Yo, everybody, welcome back to the motherfucking Minority Sports Report Wrestling Edition. Woo! Hurry up and introduce myself, because I'm going to get a mugging. I am Big Black.
And I'm your boy, Scame Dollar.
Scame Dollar is going to come at you with a nightstick, because this is wrestling, and he's going to fucking pull that fucking shit down so you can't see. He can't see either. Fucking somebody's getting fucked up.
Yeah, especially with my glasses. Like, I'll have to put the glasses on. It's a whole ordeal.
So I guess it's not happening.
Nah.
Shit.
Too much work.
Shit. No, sir. All right. There's just 2 shows this week.
Yeah, but before we get into it, I seen an announcement by GCW.
Ooh.
Game Changer Wrestling. Don't worry, it's not deathmatch related.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
But they're presenting the inaugural Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, January 22nd.
Oh, wow.
2022 in New York. They're streaming it online, but and you can get tickets to go too, but they're streaming it online. A couple of them, I don't know if they're announcing any more, but the 3 that I seen Jerry Lynn, who's an ECW legend. He's getting inducted by Sean Waltman, who you may remember as X-Pac 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
That's what I was like.
Multiple names.
I know that damn name. All right.
Yeah. So he's inducted Jerry Lynn.
Nice.
Then Homicide, who's
shit boys
from Ring of Honor. He was in TNA and Impact. Mm-hmm. He was part of the original LAX with Conan. But yeah, he's getting inducted by Chris Dickinson, Dirty Daddy.
Dirty Chris Dickinson.
And then the other that I saw was Ruckus, who's a CZW, that crazy deathmatch shit that I showed you before, and Ring of Honor vet. He's being inducted by his former tag partner, Sanjay Dutt.
Nice. That's what's up, yo.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's going to be more to that first class, but those are the 3 that have been announced so far.
I would assume there's going to be more than that.
Yeah, I think there might be more, but that's all I've seen so far. Actually, I just checked their Instagram again before we recorded just to see if anything new popped up, because I think these were announced yesterday at some point.
Oh, okay.
So I was waiting to see one more coming up, but I'll let you know.
Yo, I
thought that was pretty damn cool.
No, I think so too, man. That's like way to cement your legacy to the wrestling world. You know what I mean? Like, no one could ever take that away from these indie wrestlers and what Game Changer's doing too. So like that shit's tight.
Yeah, it was dope.
That's fucking tight.
Definitely gonna be watching that shit when it comes up. But yeah, so jump into
I almost said CZW, right?
Yeah,
that's why I was like Game Changer.
CZW is the father of GCW. I think the dude who runs and owns GCW, I think he used to work for CZW.
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
I think that's the connection. But yeah, it's very close ties. But yeah, so we had AEW, Dynamite, and Rampage this week.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing before we get into AEW. I know we're not covering them much anymore, but Impact.
Yeah.
Remember that X Division, that X match, Ultimate X match that I told you about, where they have the rope across the ring? Well, they're doing the first Knockouts Ultimate X match.
Shit.
Yeah. So
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what pay-per-view is that gonna be on?
I think it's their next one, but I may be wrong. I'll have to get back to you. I actually
no worries
about that a little while ago.
That's tight. I want to watch that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's supposed to be, I think Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo are having their rematch, but they're doing the Ultimate X to see who's going to be the number 1 contender.
That's tight.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope. But yeah, so like we tried to start before into AEW. Dynamite kicked off with what I wrote down as Sad Kenny. Because Kenny Omega was talking about how he kind of needs time off to like recharge and shit like that, take care of some shit.
Sad Kenny. That's funny, Kenny. Bro. That's hilarious.
And, he asked the rest of the elite to hold down the fort, and Adam Cole was like, "Yeah, I got you, bro." And he was like, "Oh, I actually meant the Young Bucks, not you." that was pretty funny.
That shit was fucking funny. Still cutting great promos, even when he's
Yep.
leaving.
Yeah, so we'll see how long before we see Kenny Omega in there again. Did you see the picture of him, Britt Baker, and fucking Bret Hart
I
on
certainly
Instagram?
did. I
That's so
certainly
dumb.
did. Yeah. And
Uh,
Britt being the fucking best promo person, like her. Did you see the caption?
oh yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
she's so good. So good.
it was perfect. Next, we had the Dark Order celebrating the Hangman winning the belt. Dark Order was already in the ring, and then they invited Hangman down to the ring. Hangman came out, said he has a responsibility coming up, which is his match against Bryan Danielson. Of course, Danielson came out, congratulated Hangman, said he was kind of surprised and disappointed that it wasn't Omega.
Yeah.
Started throwing mad shade at fucking Hangman.
That shit was great.
But Hangman, when Hangman said that he beat Kenny in under 30 minutes, which Danielson wrestled him to a draw in 30 minutes. So he took another little shot. Danielson got booed when he mentioned winning the belt at WrestleMania and wrestling the next day.
He didn't get booed. They fucking yo, that was on some like soccer hooligan shit, dog. Like that was crazy.
It was funny.
They booed WrestleMania so fucking hard when he said that shit. And he tried not to react, but I saw him crack like a little smirk and shit. Like it was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, basically he said that to say Hangman was being lazy because he was taking time. Well, he wasn't wrestling that night and shit like that. And they got into a little scuffle. That basically led into the Bryan Danielson Evil Uno match, where Danielson basically seemed to go full heel on Evil Uno.
Yeah, he did.
Poor Uno. But it was another hard hitting match from Bryan
Poor
Danielson.
Bryan Danielson's chest.
Yeah, with the chops and the fucking hard hitting shit that they do. He fucking loves that shit, man.
Yeah, he's crazy.
But Danielson beat his ass with those foot stomps and then triangle choked him for kind of no reason. He was out. I believe he was like playing already out or some shit like that.
Yeah, he definitely was out at that point.
But so after that happened, he got interviewed by Tony Schiavone and said that he tried to congratulate Hangman, but like because of Hangman's behavior, that's what had to happen. And he's basically going to do it to the entire Dark Order. Next being Cole Cabana.
I'm really looking forward to. I like watching Cole Cabana wrestle. He's really good. I mean, he's a fucking vet.
He's going to be at home and shit. That's the Chicago show. But so we had MJF doing his little post Full Gear interview. Said he was covered in Darby's shame, not his face paint. Said there was something with his knee that he didn't know what was going on, so I don't know if he really hurt his shit or not. But said he didn't care about the booze, and we can't deny he's the best anymore.
Yeah,
basically.
Yep. Yeah.
Then we got Eddie Kingston did a little interview and got interrupted by 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, where 2.0 said their son Daniel Garcia. And Eddie Kingston was like, yo, you let these dudes call you their son? I don't respect you.
Yo, that shit was mad funny, dog.
And then, the last shit he said, he was like, I can't even get an interview. I always get interrupted. I'm going to catering.
That shit was funny. My man Eddie Kingston holding it down.
Then next up, we had Orange Cassidy teaming up with New Japan's Tomohiro Ishii, who I found out I've been saying his name wrong when I was
right.
It's
fine.
But they defeated the team of the Butcher and the Blade. I tried to pinpoint it in the match when I watched the replay, but apparently the Butcher tore his bicep in that match.
Oh, fuck. That's what happened?
Yeah. So, like, when I watched the replay, I couldn't pinpoint when, like, it actually happening. But there was a couple of points in the match where it kind of looked like he was, like, reaching at his bicep. Ah, shit. But nothing too crazy. Like, it didn't look like it was too bad the way he was in the ring. But, I couldn't spot the moment it happened.
Yeah.
But, Ishii's a beast. He did that fucking Hulk Hogan power up without the convulsing, where he just walked through Butcher's chops and forearm shots and shit.
Oh, shit was crazy. That's probably where it happened.
I don't know. Yeah, I tried to see, but I couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
that shit's impossible to tell.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii got the win. So that's Chaos or Best Friends, depending on what show you're on. So I guess they were best friends here. Then we had Andrade and FTR doing an interview. We had them talking shit about Cody, Pack, and the Lucha Bros. Challenge them to a 8-man because they're going to include Malachi Black on their team. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
we got that 8-man coming up now. Then we had a little Ty Conti promo where she said she didn't lose against Britt Baker. She learned.
Oh god,
Classic loser shit. But no, I love you, Ty.
classic loser shit. No, I'm with you, man. I was like, it works for her.
Yeah, it was good.
I can't wait for her to get the belt. I mean, I can wait.
Yeah, and it worked perfectly because like she's still young and shit. She's still new to this shit. Perfect.
Yep.
But then we had Britt Baker doing a little interview coming right off after that. She tried saying she said she's tired of carrying the women's division and that she can't wait for the new champ, new TBS champ, which is going to be Jamie Hayter. They started talking about her match with Thunder Rosa in the tournament. You know, Britt Baker got beef with Thunder Rosa now.
Yep. I mean, they've had beef for a while.
Yeah. Then we had your girl, Kyle Sheeter and Nyla Rose in the TBS Championship Tournament quarterfinal match.
Putting on a nice show as usual.
Yep. The fucking chair that Nyla destroyed.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
Yo, that shit splintered into pieces.
Yeah. I'm like,
I never seen metal splinter like that.
No, and I watching it,
it's shattered.
The way she landed was like you couldn't have done that any better. Like her fucking flip was perfect. Because I don't know, I watched the replay and it's just like the way she landed on it, it just exploded under her weight. And like if she would have been like a centimeter or two off, it would have looked a lot different and probably hurt a lot more. But that shit was tight.
Yeah, she did land on it perfectly. But yeah, that shit was crazy. Vicky felt like she was in a horror movie.
Yep.
But she got shot by a ghost sniper. Then Sheeta hit her with the kendo stick. But Serena Deeb came out of nowhere, chop blocked to Sheeta, and Nyla just kept working on the knee, got her in that what they called the stretch muffler.
Oh yeah,
Sheeta tapped out. So Nyla moves on. She's gonna face the winner of Chris Statlander and Ruby Soho, and she also tied Sheeta with 51 wins.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh wow! That came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, they mentioned it during the match, like at the end when she won and shit like that. But they didn't breeze over it. But
yeah,
it was easy for it to get lost, especially when we were having conversations and shit like.
For sure, hell yeah. That's what's up.
But yeah. So they tied with 51.
Word.
We had a Malachi Black promo where he basically talked more shit about that 8-man tag match coming up. But he had to do his spooky, so he did his by himself.
He had to do his spooky.
Yeah.
Can someone tell this man it's November and spooky season's over?
He's getting ready for next year. It's like the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's always Halloween.
Or Christmas.
Or Christmas, depending on where you're at.
Yep.
We had MJF.
How? Okay. I don't know. I might have asked you this before. It's one of those high thoughts, right? Like, the dude, Jack Skellington, goes to Christmas Town. He doesn't know what snow is because he doesn't know what Christmas is, but yet he has a whole song about snow. I don't fucking get it. Anyways, back to wrestling.
Yeah. Back to wrestling. MJF, Sean Spears, and Wardlow hit the ring. MJF did his usual fucking "Your town sucks, I'm the best" promo. Said no one in the locker room was on his level, and then that's when CM Punk's music hit, and he came out. Kind of, I wouldn't say he got in MJF's face. He kind of stood in front of him.
Yeah,
and MJF basically like put his hand out to shake his hand and said, "Hi, I'm Maxwell." And CM Punk just laughed at him and walked away.
That shit
And
was
then
funny
got
as
out of the
fuck.
ring and fucking walked up the ramp. MJF was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I got a real kick out of that, yo. That was really
Yeah,
funny.
that was great. Made the effort to walk all the way down there just to laugh at him. After that, we had Darby Allin interview where started talking about MJF saying how he didn't mentally break him, that he wasn't taking any time off. He wants the biggest and baddest of AEW. And big ass Billy Gunn came out of nowhere and accepted the challenge. And even his son Austin Gunn hit him with the "I like turtles." And that shit was mad funny. After that, we had the Super Click getting interviewed where they said they were tired of Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage's shit. Adam Cole and Bobby Fish had a match with Jurassic Express that they were gonna like beat the shit out of them coming up. So we'll see what happened there. Leo Rush and Dante Martin defeated the Acclaimed in a good match. A lot of flippy shit. Cass's freestyle was pretty good. He had a couple good lines.
I don't remember it this week.
Said Dante Martin had more partners than Pete Davidson.
That's right.
That was a good one.
That's right. Yeah.
Said Leo Rush was better off as a manager. And because they were in Virginia, he said they were both virgins. But yeah, so that was a pretty good one this week. After the match, after Leo Rush and Dante Martin got the win, Team Taz came out. Basically, they're saying they're still trying to recruit Dante Martin, that they're going to wait for him. They waited a long time for Hobbs and shit like that. So Team Taz is playing the long game.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know why, but for some reason, something tells me that Leo Rush is going to turn on Dante Martin and join Team Taz.
Oh, that'd be crazy as shit.
Yeah, that's just me thinking of like coming out of nowhere type angles.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But Christian Cage and Jurassic Express cut a promo talking shit about Adam Cole and Bobby Fish for their upcoming match at Rampage, which we'll get to. They had a little Red Velvet Jade Cargill promo preview for their match that was coming up. Remember how I said that it sounded like Velvet had a little bit of a accent when we were watching that shit?
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little research, and they eventually mentioned it on Rampage. She's Colombian.
Yeah.
Father was a Colombian champion boxer and shit.
Mm-hmm. They think they said her uncle too, or something like that.
Yeah. They're both like world champs. But yeah, so I guess that's where the accent comes from.
Yep.
Then we had Lucha Bros doing an interview. I wrote no hablas. But we thank God we had some translation. They basically said FTR sucks so bad they couldn't get the job done. And that
Penta says,
yeah, them, Cody, and Pac are the best 4-man team around. So they're setting up more shit for that match. And then the main event, the TNT Championship match, Sammy Guevara successfully defended against newcomer Jay Lethal in his AEW debut. That dude Tony Nese was watching from the front row again for some reason that they just kind of barely mentioned, and then that's it. So I don't know what's going on with that dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, Inner Circle came out, celebrated with Sammy after. Sammy shook Lethal's hand, and then they all celebrated together with Jay Lethal. So all with one big happy family there. And that was the main event of Dynamite. Jump into some Rampage.
And it's a lot faster because it's half the show.
They jam in a lot of fucking promos and interviews though.
They certainly do. And I remember them saying Rampage is going to be all action. And I'm like, there's barely 2 matches, if that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're keeping the 3 matches, so they're not giving us 2 and a shitload of interviews.
That's true.
But we had Darby Allin taking on big ass Billy Gunn, where Billy Gunn was basically ragdolling Darby Allin, and Darby did his thing where he gets his ass beat and then comes back to win.
Yep.
And he got attacked by both Billy's sons. Sting then attacked them. Then they got the better of Sting. And then Sting got back up, but Billy chop blocked him, and then they beat them down, and that's kind of how that ended there.
I'm just like, Billy Gunn is so fucking big. It's crazy.
So big, and he's old as fuck.
And he's old as fuck. What is he, like 66?
No, I don't remember if he was that old. He's definitely like 50.
Yeah, no, he's in his mid 50s, if I remember.
And he's jacked as
He's like
fuck.
56 or something, or 58. Yeah. Fucking massive.
Yeah. And then we had a QT Marshall interview talking shit about CM Punk because they got a match coming up in Chicago. Just talking shit out, saying he's going to beat CM Punk's ass in his hometown. Then we had Men of the Year doing a little promo where they said they're not finished with the Inner Circle. And they said Top Team still got to beef with Inner Circle too. The TBS Championship Tournament continued. The quarterfinal match with Jade Cargill and Red Velvet. I wrote Taz sloppy.
It was
kind of expected with two new girls in there, but it was just a little more obvious.
Yeah,
I kind of felt, but still a good match. Especially knowing that for this rivalry, there's still some. I don't know if it's still there, but there was some kind of real beef there.
Yeah, I don't think it's really there anymore, but they're still playing it up, like you said. They're doing a good job of that.
Some hard slaps again.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. Like they be going at it. They're both new, and then like to TV wrestling, and then Jade in the size difference. Jade's still not used to working with someone smaller, that much smaller than her. Because the small people can work with anybody, honestly, because they have to, and it's not necessarily the other way around. So yeah, I definitely noticed that shit too. Again, it wasn't like a bad match per se, but it's definitely a lot. It was sloppy as fuck.
But so Jay Cargill got the win. Jade was just too strong for Velvet. She had a couple of chances, but Jade was just too big for her.
Yep.
So Jade is going to face the winner of Jamie Hayter and Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
We had, speaking of Thunder Rosa, she's going to be returning to GCW. One of their upcoming events. We had a Thunder Rosa promo where she said she's going to beat Stooge number 2, Jamie Hayter, because she already beat Stooge 1, You Girl Rebel. Then I wrote more No Habla.
We didn't get a translation for that one.
No translation there. I didn't have my subtitles on either. But CM Punk did a little interview, talked about QT Marshall, saying he could bring all his little students with him and shit. Mark Henry did his main event interview where he interviewed the Super Click, Jurassic Express, and Christian Cage, and they did their usual shit talking before the main event. And then in that main event, Jurassic Express defeated Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. The Young Bucks tried to come out to interfere in that match, but Christian came out with a chair, and then him and Luchasaurus held off the Young Bucks and Adam Cole while Jungle Boy slapped on the snare trap on Bobby Fish, made him tap out.
Young Tapperoonie.
Yeah, solid main event for that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man. Yeah, I'm really liking this format that they got going. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, man, it's some good shit. They announced that we got the Thanksgiving Dynamite coming up. They announced a bunch of matches that I don't remember. They announced they're doing that Winter is Coming event again. I think that one was it December 14th?
Something like that.
That one.
Yeah, it was like mid-December for sure.
Yeah, they teased in the intro to that. They were like, that last year we had the introduction of Sting and we had a title change and all that shit. So I don't know, maybe could we get Bray Wyatt? Could we get one of these new releases finally coming, making their debut at Winter is Coming?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tight. That'd be tight. Yeah. For sure. Thank you guys for fucking with us. We appreciate the balls and the holes that are here.
Balls and holes.
Balls and holes. You can follow us all collectively at TMS.
We need to do a music video of us playing all ball and hole games, like skee ball, golf.
Listen, the next time one of us is in either city, we'll do it. Because we got the cameras, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny as shit. Balls and holes.
Balls and holes. Instead of balls and holes.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking too. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit the bell icon. This has been the motherfucking Minority Sports Report Wrestling Edition. Woo! Skame, where can they follow you, bro?
Follow me at Game666.
Word. Follow me. I am at the Beatnik. Thank you guys. Again, we'll be back next week for the balls and the holes. So that's what we do. Peace.